played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Tiesto's Club Life.
Hey guys, just doing a couple of last minute tests and everything, and we'll be good to go in about 10 minutes with Stephano versus Tails. Be excited, be stoked. I know I am. Gonna make sure all the sound levels are good. We don't want to have any type of mishaps during the cast. Also gonna check to make sure there's no lag or anything. So I'm gonna load up a replay here, but this is not Stephano versus Tails quite yet. Okay? KKK? Just a bit of a test, really quick. Looks like to me that we are good to go, no lag. Oh, there was a bit of a hiccup. Let's make sure that it was just a hiccup. Alright, looks like we are good, guys. I'm not seeing anything. If you're not seeing anything, we're good. Go ahead and, this is a game for my ladder. I forgot about this. Okay, cool. We'll go and get out of there. We'll listen to this music, and then we will start it up as soon as I get Kibbles ready to go. And we have our two players.
Tiesto's Club Live.
Kibbles, how goes it, man?
Robin, why are you so goddamn cute?
No, you are. You are. Your computer working? You good to go?
Oh my god, my mic actually sounds decent today. Do you hear that?
Yeah, you
Do
sound
you hear
good.
that? The beautiful, soft. Oh my god, it sounds like satin.
Can everyone hear Kibbles out there? We're gonna make sure that he's good to go. I know I have the music a little bit loud.
I mean, I can hear myself. If you don't.
I can hear you perfectly.
I mean, I like looking at myself in the mirror, but even more, I love listening to myself through the stream.
Heck yeah, man.
Dude, normally it's I have so many. I have this really nice headset. It's an Astro, the same headset you have, man.
Yeah, that's
my
what
mic just never sounds good. It always, for some reason, sounds crackly and nasty, and God, it just sounds so good. I'm so excited that it sounds decent.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited that you are here. You're sounding awesome. I'm also excited for the show match that we're about to bust out. Oh my gosh.
Dude,
we got lucky.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm glad they let us cast this, man. It's gonna be so freaking awesome.
So, what we've got here, guys, is Stephano, a player obviously who's very high profile, especially after winning a huge tournament like IPL 3.
And ESW.
Yeah, you cannot neglect that.
Yeah.
And then we've got M<silence> Stephano, which to a lot of people is a player they're not very familiar with, but he's exceptionally skilled. And I think I was contemplating in the shower this morning. I was like, so why don't people know so much about Tails? And you know, I think we've got this player who's from Korea and everything, but he's on Team Complexity.
Yeah. He just got picked up by Complexity a couple months ago, I think. But yeah,
well, that makes it. You know, it's. I was looking at MLG rosters and stuff, and you don't see Tails competing in many of these events.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him.
Yeah, like
I don't know, MLG.
I don't. I mean, you know what? If somebody does know a foreign tournament that he's been in, tout it up. I didn't see many, but
he doesn't really go to many tournaments. It's kind of this. He's kind of those Code A players over in Korea that are good and they compete in the GSO. Unfortunately, they get knocked out. and so you don't get to see them as much. But he's good, man. We've seen him a couple times here in Playhem.
Oh, yeah.
He played the GSTL. He knocked out MVP and SD. Granted, those were best of ones, but they are still feats, no matter what, that you need to look at. A lot of people say, oh, it wasn't a best of 3, it wasn't a best of 5, he's not more skilled than them. Yeah, but he's able to take a game off of them, and that's huge. It really is.
Yeah, and his ZVP is very, very strong.
Yes, it is. That's what time is your show match? People messing me right now. Yeah, people, they kind of just neglect him for that, but he's great, man. We've been watching him here in Playhem the last couple of weeks. He's been making it to the quarterfinals. I think he even won one off of us, if I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, yeah.
But he's so good, man. So good. No, you are not late, Vernacular. It's just starting.
Vernacular, ¿Cómo estás? Skittles and Robin. Sorry, I've had a lot of coffee, guys. I'm so excited for this.
So, yeah, everyone just not showing up. Hung on Prime. He's on MVP, morons. Yes, where? They're partnered. Exactly, as Playhem just busted out.
Yeah, hence the complexity MVP
That's why we say
Tails.
complexity.
I wonder, did he get his name from Sonic?
I would hope
Tails
so. I actually played Sonic Generation just today. It's kind of fun.
Wait, which Sonic's Generation?
Yeah. It just came out a couple days ago. It's like you play the new age Sonic and the old age Sonic in one game. It's kind of fun, man. It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I loved Sonic and Tails 2 because of the versus mode.
The
You ever played that
mode?
one on Sega Genesis?
No.
Versus mode. It was awesome.
Was it?
It had the tube that you'd go down and you could like go around in circles in the tube.
Oh,
and
yes, and you had to go in circles.
In the other person.
And the blue balls
then,
were on your way.
I mean, that was like the really fun part. But then there were also the levels that you both would race through, and you could like bash each other and hit each other and stuff.
You're so right, dude. My favorite character when I was younger was Knuckles. Actually, I don't know why, but I loved how he like flew.
Knuckles is pretty cool. Yeah, everybody says that Sonic with Knuckles was the best one, man. But I just love that Sonic and Tails too. I don't know.
Yeah, and there was also one where you could partner up and play with each other. Yes, it starts in 2 minutes, guys. Everyone's getting there late. That's why we got music playing.
So we digressed on all of that because of this player MVP Tails, man.
Yeah.
I honestly am a little scared for Stephano.
Yeah, I was
He's
reading
a strong
through.
player.
I was reading through Team Liquid a lot, and a lot of people were just sitting there saying, "Oh, Stephano's gonna crush Tails," but I just really don't think that Tails has gotten much recognition as he should. He's really, really good, and I'm thinking we're gonna have a 4-3 man. I'm really thinking we're gonna have a best of 7.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I
really
think it's
that's
gonna
be
get
the
there.
case.
So,
Like there are some matches where I may have not thought that have been the case, and I won't say like just there's there's many matches where you just you see a lot of these players play and you're like and you know their strengths and weaknesses and their best matchups and their worst matchups but seriously I think this will be a 4-3. I completely agree with you.
I really do as well.
At worst case we'll see a 4-2.
Hey, Kibbles, why aren't you on StarCraft?
I don't know.
What a nub. Get on StarCraft, man, so we get it started going up.
I'm too busy looking at their beautiful pictures on the Playhem.
Yeah. It is
all right, buddy.
nice to look at them staring into each other.
I have my Korea account.
Get off your Korean account. Get on.
All right. It's actually Taiwanese. It's so hard to get a Korean account, man. Have you ever tried?
You don't have to like a social security. You have to have like a social security and all that stuff to sign up because they kind of log down in Korea.
Yep.
They don't want any Smurfs going on.
That's actually a really cool approach to it. I've heard a lot of people talk because, and this is probably the official reason they use the age issue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're in game.
That's true as well because people can't play.
I'm just adding both players as friends right now.
The friend request. Awesome. I'm gonna turn off the music, guys. We're getting ready for game number 1 between coLMVPTAiLS versus Mného. 1 second, guys, and we're all getting nice and set up, but awesome. We're about to start the show match, what we've been waiting for all day. I'm so excited. Even my chest hair is standing up. This is going to be a fantastic series, guys. I'm glad that you guys are out here watching with us. Oh, jeez, it's going to be awesome.
So we are starting off on MLG Antigua Shipyard. Let's just highlight right off the bat. And MLG version, guys. Forces cross positions.
Yeah. Yep. Automatically spawn cross positions. I like it, actually. I like cross positions.
Yeah, and I think Stephano's going to like situations like this, too. When it comes to timings, he's more of a ZVP player who just likes to hold them off and proceed to the late game. He really, really favors his late game ZVP. And actually, you casted White Raw versus Tails
Stephano.
White Raw versus Stephano, rather. So, you've casted a Stephano ZVP. Is there anything trademark that really stuck out in that game about his playstyle?
The really huge thing that stood out to me in all 3 games that I saw was instead of going for a fast third hatchery, he usually gets a macro hatch in his third, pops out a good number of lings, or roach, whatever he goes, and he makes sure that he can hold off these 2 base timing attacks, and they just double expands right behind it. And I actually started doing that a lot in my play, and I really, really enjoyed that approach to the game. You're kind of a little bit behind in drones, if you will, but if you hold that 2 base timing attack and then double expand behind it, you're really good to exploit a lot of pressure going into the late game, and I really enjoy that from Stephano. Looks like everyone's ready to go, though. Make sure.
That's an excellent point. I'm recalling a game on GSL Daybreak that he played against Anori in IPL, where Anori went for an 8-gate timing when he had 3 base and just barely held it off with some spine crawls. And that surprised me because typically, as you said, Stephano with his double expanding behind it, we do see him go for 3 bases often to deal with these timing attacks.
Yeah.
And on a map like Antigua Shipyard, very easy, very safe to do. On larger ones like Tal'Darim, it can be very difficult.
So true, so true. Yes, everyone's ready to go. We're going to start it up, guys. Here we go. Loading up. 9 seconds and counting. The show match of the day. Stephano versus Tails. If you're excited, let us know in the chat, because we are freaking ecstatic. Can't lie to you guys. I can't lie. This is going to be awesome, man. My heart is starting to pound already. It's just game 1. Just game 1. The overlay will go away. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll go away.
The game's loading.
There it is. And MBT loads the game. Here we are. Kibbles, I'm going to let you take the honor. Kick it away for us, man.
Why, thank you, sir. In the top right-hand spawning position of MLG Antigua Shipyard, we have the pink Power Ranger, M늦Stephano.
Yeah. And the bottom left corner, man. Who do we have there? Who do we have?
Complexity's MVPs, Tails.
Yeah.
He's going to be our orange Protoss today, guys. Cross positions, as we were talking about earlier. This is going to be sick, Robin.
It is going to be fantastic. I seriously cannot wait. Look at this. Tails. Going to go ahead and look like he's going to go for a fast expansion. Fine with me. Is it cross only? Yes. It is. MLG. Let him know. So both players will be able to know that right away. So, yeah, as we were saying before the broadcast, for those that may have missed it or not, Tails, really the underdog in this game. And this whole entire matchup, if you will. Because no one really knows him. Yes, they know that he's had a couple of major wins against MvedStephano, MVP. He's had a couple of nice little wins at Playhem tournaments, but he really hasn't had a huge tournament win because he really doesn't travel that much, as you said. We haven't seen him in the MLG. We've seen him in the GSL, but he's been kind of knocked out in the Code A area pretty early on. So I just want him to really show the world here how good he is. Stephano is definitely an opponent that can really put him on his back foot, and I want to see how well he handles it.
Yeah, I am definitely a huge fan of Tails. I've seen so much of this guy's play in our Playhem tournaments here. He enters on such a frequent basis. And, you called him the underdog, Robin. I could fly with that term, but I don't think it's going to be anything short of a great matchup. I think he's set to handle some of what we're going to see from Stephano here, in all honesty.
Yeah, I really do, as well as he has that fact spanned up. We do have the probe scouting on into the Zerg main. We'll be looking around. Notice Stephano still on 1 base, finally dropping down that hatchery. He went for that pool first, like we've been saying. We kind of like this play. I like it more against Terran than I do Protoss, but it really lets you set up to be nice and safe going on into the later game. Make sure that no photon cannon rushes or anything too crazy goes against you. No 2-gate proxy attacks, any 2-gate zealot pressure can really do too much damage against you. So Stephano just going to follow up with that hatchery now.
And if we take a look at Stephano's base, he still has no gases drop, which is going to give him an explosive economy as we move into the mid game. Really allow him to make some units without really having to sacrifice his game plan at all. This is something that I really like to do, as I've noticed the team I am they heavily favor going for some early Roach Ling pressure and still being able to have a huge economy off it because they don't get gas early on. So Stephano, though, still not getting gas. And if Tails puts on any early pressure, Stephano could find himself in a little bit of trouble. But as it stands, the earliest pressure we're probably going